Well, hello, I'm Chris from TechSpert, and today I'm going to get some fresh hot tech on my face. Some smart glasses to be precise, the Huawei Eyewear 2, but what's so really smart about them? Well, let's whip them out of the box, take you on a full-on tour, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So first up, what do you get in the box? Well, you've got yourself one Toblerone shaped carry case, which hopefully has the glasses in too. You've also got yourself a very funky charging cable and even a cleaning cloth. And that's everything stuffed inside of the box, so let's check out the Huawei Eyewear 2. So time for the grand reveal. Yep, they sure look like a pair of glasses. Before we get onto the actual Eyewear 2 though, I've got to say I really like Huawei's spangly silver case, not least because it reminds me of delicious duty-free chocolate confectionery. Feels pretty sturdy, so it should keep your Eyewear 2 protected on the move, but the best part is that it's easily collapsible. Just push these wee bits in, and then the case flattens out like so for easy storage. Now you have a couple of different designs to choose between when you grab yourself some Huawei Eyewear 2. There's the Browline model, which apparently sports a sleek, polished titanium frame, which is super light and yet also super tough. Or you can grab yourself this here rectangle model. Not really sure why it's called that because there's no apparent rectangles involved. This puts a slightly thicker plastic black semi-frame. They feel pretty light, about the same weight as a regular pair of glasses, but what do they actually look like? What do you reckon? Bell of the ball or just bell end? Let us know in the comments below. Now the Huawei Eyewear 2 certainly feels as comfortable to wear as any other pair of glasses. As you can see there, they do flex quite a bit. So these should fit you even if you've got a proper full-on melon head. Now if you usually wear glasses, you can take the Huawei Eyewear 2 to your opticians to get prescription lenses fitted. And if you don't normally wear glasses, I'm not really sure what you'd be doing buying these. And Huawei does also offer a sunglasses version of the Eyewear 2, which I'd imagine would be quite useful if you live somewhere that enjoys more than 10 minutes of daylight. Oh, and also they are IP54 splash resistant, so quite handy if you live somewhere a bit more rainy, like here in Blighty. Now the Huawei Eyewear 2 can pair up with Android, iOS and Windows devices. If you're going to pair up with a smartphone, you will need the Huawei AI Life app. This ain't available on the Google Play Store though, unfortunately. You will have to go to Huawei's website and download it manually and install it as an APK. But once that's done, pairing up with your smartphone literally takes a minute. Then this gives you full access to all of the various settings. The connection center shows you exactly what are the devices the Eyewear 2 is paired up with. And like most Bluetooth headphones these days, you can connect to 2 devices at once. You can also set a preferred device. In the greetings section, you can choose your preferred language. And inside the AI Life app is also where you can teach yourself and also adjust the touch controls. You can use the touch controls on either of the arm bits of the Eyewear 2, and they're rather large sensitive areas as well, so you don't have to be very precise. And they work pretty well. Just a double tap will pause your audio and another double tap will resume it again. You can also adjust that on either arm so it wakes your smartphone's voice assistant instead. You can also swipe this way in order to raise the volume, swipe this way to lower it. And there's also gestures for answering or rejecting calls. Unfortunately, no way of skipping tracks either backwards or forwards, which is a bit of a shame. Means you still have to yank out your smartphone hurriedly if your playlist unexpectedly has Ed Sheeran on it. Oh, and also the Eyewear 2 can detect when they are sat on your face, so slip them on your mug and they will wake up. And then if you're listening to music or a podcast or whatever and you yank them off again, well, that will auto pause your music. That is an option you can disable in the Huawei AI Life app if you want. Now the Huawei Eyewear 2 sports an open acoustic design. In other words, the audio is spaffed at your ears by speakers, just like something like the Meta Quest headset, rather than you having earbuds stuffed in your lugs. One of the advantages of this design is that you are constantly aware of your environment and also, unfortunately, all the humans that inhabit it. But pretty good if you want to be listening to some audio and also, if you've got people coming up at you, talking at you, or you're just out and about and you want to know if you're about to be hit by a double-decker bus or something. And here on the Eyewear 2, these speakers have apparently been improved over the originals, which I sadly didn't get a chance to review, so they're now louder, more beefy. I certainly don't have a complaint on that front. They get loud enough so I can enjoy a nice bit of metal or rock or something like that on the move. Unfortunately, however, they don't get so loud that they do drown out everything going on all around you. So if you are trying to listen to a podcast or an audiobook and you're out on a busy high street or something, well, good freaking luck actually hearing every other word. The actual audio quality is certainly better than I expected. You get a really good stereo speaker effect. Again, similar to something like the Meta Quest. Kind of almost feels like the audio is coming from inside of your skull. Of course, if you count yourself as an audiophile, you're going to prefer a proper pair of headphones here. You can't pick up on some of the finer details in some of those more complex tracks. And the bass is also pretty weak sauce on these things. But if you're just casually enjoying some tunes in the background while you're working or something, then it does the job. However, another feeling of this open-ear design is the fact you tend to get a lot of audio bleed, which means that people all around you will also be able to enjoy whatever music, podcasts, whatever else you're listening to. And that also includes phone calls, of course, so don't expect much privacy. As an example, I'll just play my recent Huawei FreeBuds video here on YouTube. With those speakers maxed out, the mic is right here. See how clearly you can pick them up. Pro 3 review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Thank you very much. Now, if you make or receive calls on the Huawei Eyewear 2, they do have dual built-in mics which can clearly pick up on your voice and also cut down on wind interference and all that kind of stuff if you're moving about outdoors and it's a bit blustery. And if you are in quite a noisy environment with lots of traffic and background kerfuffle going on, well, good news, the Huawei Eyewear 2 can still clearly pick up on your vocals while dampening all of that background bollocks. So yeah, you got the built-in speakers, you got the built-in mics, but that's about as far as the smart functionality goes with the Huawei Eyewear 2. There's no like funky HUD shenanigans going on, and they don't have a built-in camera for live streaming your day or just taking snaps on the move like you get in the likes of the fresh new Ray-Ban Meta glasses. So it does feel like a bit of a missed opportunity, and unless you wear glasses every day anyway, there's no advantage to getting these over just buying a standard pair of open-ear buds. Battery life has apparently improved though over the original Huawei Eyewear, so now you get around 11 hours roughly of audio playback before you'll need to charge these bad boys up. You can get them fully powered up again using the bundled charger, just slap them on the tips like so, and then roughly an hour or so will give you a full charge. Otherwise you can get about 3-4-ish hours of use from just 10 minutes at the plug. And then when you're done with the Eyewear 2, you can just stash them back in the nifty wee case. It's a shame there's no way of charging them up using the case. But then if it had a built-in battery, it wouldn't have that funky collapsible design. So anyway, that in a nutshell, my lovelies, is the fresh new Huawei Eyewear 2. Be great to hear your thoughts on these down in the comments below. Please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a really wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you!